On the east end of Huntington this past Monday evening, a nonprofit organization called West Virginia Sun hosted an info session for the Huntington Solar Co-op, a group that advocates and supports the development of solar energy for residential and commercial use.
We're really here as a consumer advocate, and we help people work through the process of going solar, and we try and make it as streamlined and as fun and easy as possible.
As you can see, the meeting was very well attended, and amongst the 30 or so people that were there, the reasons for their curiosity is varied, but the majority of them agree.
There's a lot of good reasons to go solar, and one of the most common concerns people have is saving money on their energy bills. Electricity costs continue to rise, and by going solar, you invest in saving money on electricity, and over the life of a solar system, you not only pay off that investment, but you save a huge amount of money off of your electricity bills.
Autumn also notes that there's yet another reason specific to living in West Virginia.
A lot of folks are concerned about having control over where their power comes from. We're a regulated energy state, meaning that our utilities have monopolies over their customer bases, and folks like to be able to choose how they get their power, and solar gives them that control over where their energy comes from.
And then there are those who are interested in the transition to solar energy for the reason of going green, those that want to minimize their carbon footprint.
I love having an electric car. It's environmentally friendly. I feel like I'm not buying foreign oil, not having to buy gasoline, not having to get my oil changed. It's wonderful.
In addition to having an electric car, Mike Beam also sports an array of solar panels in his backyard.
Behind me are my solar panels, and I bought them about 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Being a little bit of an environmental person, I figured that this would be a good thing for me to try. When I bought the first two panels in 2009, they were 175 watts per panel, and now, just 2 years later, it's 250 watts per panel, same size panel, so the efficiencies come up quite a bit. And it's like buying a computer. I mean, every year it's something better, more powerful, more efficient.
And an example of the next step in quality and efficiency is Stephanie Heck, who has some older technology solar on her roof, but has also recently invested in newer, smaller solar panels.
Type of solar panels I have on my roof are the conventional ones with the aluminum frames. The ones I'm going to be installing this spring are very flexible. Every few years something comes along which really changes the game. These flexible solar panels, they weigh 4 pounds per 100 watts. That means a 400-watt solar generator can weigh up only 16 pounds. This is going to tremendously reduce the cost of installation of solar because these can be mounted with glue and roofing nails instead of in hiring a highly experienced crew.
The cost of solar has come down dramatically. We're between $2.50 and $4 a watt. I work for Go Green Solar. And I do sales, service, and installations for solar equipment, solar panels. So some of the variables are location, angle to the sun, wind loads in that specific area, whether or not we would need to add microinverters for shading times during the day when it would shade to optimize the system. Also, we can add optimizers as well. As you're producing solar, your meter runs backwards based off the usage, and then when you're using it, it dumps it back into the system. So you end up getting credits from AEP for the life of your unit based on how much you're putting in versus how much you're taking out.
Solar is growing at about 10 times the rate of the overall economy. The solar sector employs the most number of employees of any energy sector in the United States. So it's a massive growth industry, and it's really just getting traction in West Virginia. So we're at a starting point with solar in this state, and we're gonna see a huge, huge amount of growth in solar in the coming years.